Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Space Engineers. And today I'm showing off the bullet. You probably saw this in last week's video and saw it sitting over here all lonely. Well, today you're actually going to see what it's capable of and why I built it. So let's switch back to my point of view. And there we go. And it is very low to the ground. I love the way it sits in the stance. It looks like a nice little lowrider. But anyways, and this is probably the best way for you to get on it is for it to be lowered like this. I do have pistons which can extend. Can I even get up? Dang, I can't even get up to it from... Okay, yeah. You're going to need to use your jetpack to get into it no matter what because of all the guns. But it's a fighter. It's what it's made for. Let's just enter into the cockpit right here. And let me go ahead and unlock... Oh, yeah, I'm going to bring up tab. So that way I can see all my stuff. Okay, here we go. Let's go ahead and turn on the main thrusters. Turn on my gyros. And let's unlock the landing gear. Now I'm going to get... While I'm here real quickly, I'm going to show you the extending of the landing gear. Because sometimes, you know, if you're on a plane, if you're landing on a planet with some rocky terrain, because you need to make a pit stop, take a leak, you know, because this thing doesn't really have a bathroom. It is pretty much all fighting capabilities. The only thing, all the weapons are energy based, so therefore you don't need to reload weapons per se, like ammunition. However, you do need power. And I hooked the thing up with oxygen and power. That's all it has. So, and it's using a large reactor, so therefore you can produce a lot of megawatts of power. And you're going to need it for all your weapon systems. So that's the whole design of the ship, was to be based on power and power alone. No ammunition needed. So anyways, quickly, with the press of a button, the landing gear lower themselves. It can be raised again. And that's all it takes. If you lower it, if for really rocky, bumpy terrain, it's really uneven, and it gives you that extra ground clearance that you might would need to land it really smoothly. Don't need that ground clearance, simply just retract them back in. No problem at all. So anyways, let me get back to a normal default view. Go to third person with this. And you can see I have another set of thrusters down there that have not been turned on. There's a reason for that. You don't use them when you're taxiing up to a landing spot or base or anything like that because they are too damn powerful. However, in the mix of space, dogfights, etc., you're going to want to use them. And I'll put them in here because they're that awesome. So let me just get away from the base for a little bit. Okay, that's good enough. Now let's turn them on. And for those of you that can't tell, they are on now. I have two in the back, two in the front, so therefore I have great stopping power with these things, because these things are very powerful. I've also installed a mod to increase the speed of the world, which is like through 850, I think, 820, something like that. This is the max meters per second I can do. So, be prepared for a ride, people. And we're off. Yep, we're already going max speed. And brake. Yeah, that was some massive braking speed, as you saw. And the reason why we don't use it around the base, that short amount of burst, and I'm already 3,000 meters away, and you can barely see any damn thing. It is very, very fast. I'll also have a jump drive on here, so if need be, you can even use a jump drive. But as fast as thing is, you would only need a jump drive for like when going from one solar system to the next. It really is that simple. And brake. Now, let's get to the fun part that we know you all really want to see, the weapons. because the weapons are awesome. The weapons are life. So let me taxi my way over here. I should probably go ahead and turn those off before I end up screwing up and flying forward. And just use my taxiing thrusters. Yes, it's slow, but without the big thrusters, but that's why they're taxiing thrusters. Their only purpose is to give you that slow mobility. So, let's start off to the far right and shoot our weakest weapon, which is the KX-9 Star Wars blasters. Which those still demolished light armor. It just does. Here, I'll do another shot. Let me raise it up a little more. See, it still demolished it. Now, I'll make a hole using my railgun. Yes, the railguns. I have 2 of them, one on each side. I have 4 of the ones that you just saw, but this one instantly punches a hole. That's it. One shot, boom, big ass hole. And then for the really big gun, the Star Wars phaser cannon. It slices through the shit like it's paper. And just like that, we've sliced through a ship. And odds are, we destroyed that ship with that blast. So we have our, X-Wing blasters for dogfights. We have the rail cannons for shooting a hole through a wall for us to get into it. And I will show you exactly what I mean by get into it here in a second. And we have our laser gun for just destroying a big fucking ship. So, yeah. Even big ships are no match for us. And you'll see that with this. Let's move on to the heavy armor. Heavy armor might be a little more of a challenge. It is for the phasers. It takes a few minutes to actually cut a hole through it. Really slow. However, raise up just a little bit. And firing rail cannons. Okay, last time it made a damn hole. Why did not make a hole this time? Glitch maybe? Let me try over here. Let me lower it. Get a little closer. Okay, here we go. Should be charged up again. And you have to wait for the rail cannon to charge. There we go. There's the hole. See, even in heavy armor, it punches a hole like that through the ship. Yeah, yes, it's not as big as the one in the light armor, but it's still a hole. And then the big one. And it still just slices like a hot knife through butter. So even heavy armor chips are going to need several plates of armor to avoid our fire. Now, for what I was talking about punching a hole through whatever you need to get through, ironically the hole is just like just big enough. Let me switch cameras for me to fit this thing through. If I wouldn't hit the wrong button. It may not be big enough with the heavy armor, but I know the one that I punched through the light armor is big enough. No, he'll fit through here. It's just very, very tight hole. Need to go up just a little bit. Up. Wrong button. Up, not down. Alright, proceed forward. Easy does it. Easy does it. Up a just a little more. What am I getting caught on? Over towards the middle of the hole. I can go up just a bit more. Go to the side so you guys can see it. And ease it on through. And we fit through it. And I'll fly it back over here to the base real quick and show you guys for a fact it did not damage the ship at all going through that hole. Okay, I'll leave it flying just right now. No damage at all. And I have damage on in this world, as you've seen, because I blew a hole through the station blocks. And keep in mind, those are station blocks, so if it was a small ship, my rail cannons would probably destroy the whole damn thing in one shot. And if you look underneath, not a single scratch, not a dent, nothing. Not even a missing landing gear. So, yeah, as you can see, very well done indeed. It's perfectly sized. And that's why I call it the bullet, because one, it's shaped like a bullet. Two, it goes really fucking fast in a straight line. And three, it punches a hole through whatever it's going through in the shape of itself. So, yeah. Those rail cannons on either side were perfect just for me creating holes for me to get through. So now I want to show you landing with the extended landing gears and how nice that looks. And how it still looks good even without. Let's go ahead and extend now. And use Alt to change my camera view. Gonna lift the nose up a little bit. Rotate. Up some more. And then we can proceed to land. And then lock the landing gear into place. And as you can see, it sits a lot higher off the ground, more level off the ground too. And it just looks nice. It's sitting on nice and pretty. And that's going to do it for this, guys. In the description below, you will see a link to this on the Steam Workshop, where you can download it, the blueprints for it, and you'll also see a link to all the mods I built. So, with that, hope you guys enjoyed this little episode, and I'll see you next time. Chrono out.